Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel where we believe in keeping it simple and sexy in the kitchen. Today I will be sharing how to put together a budget-friendly, healthy Chipotle dinner party as we start to get back to normal and feel like you want to have a small, intimate gathering with family and friends. This is the perfect menu where everyone will be satisfied. Today I will be focusing on 2 proteins, chicken and steak, cilantro lime rice, pico de gallo, avocado, and a sugar-free citrus lemonade that can easily be turned into a great cocktail. Let's get started and let's talk ingredients. What we have is some chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, which will bring a light spice and smokiness to your protein. Then we also have some limes, which is the star of the citrus show for Chipotle. We're going to be using fresh garlic today. And if you don't like cilantro, you can always use parsley. But in most of my dishes, I'll be using cilantro today. We also will have some sliced avocados. I'm not making guac, just to show you another way to use your avocados. We're also going to be making pico de gallo. So I got some jalapenos and some tomatoes. And actually I add a little bit of cucumber for my freshness. We're going to be using green onions in our marinade and our cilantro lime rice. We only are going to be using 2 seasonings today. Roasted garlic and herb seasoning. And then we're going to be using a fajita seasoning. This fajita seasoning has everything you need to start off with. It has salt and pepper, garlic and onion. We'll also be using red onion and white. So let's get started with our first item. We're going to make our citrus lemonade with just 2 packs of Crystal Light and 2 bottles of water. We're going to mix that up, put it in the fridge to chill for later. The next thing you want to do is blend the chipotle peppers. And you want to blend them so you can use the whole can again. What you'll be doing is put them in a freezer safe bowl, or you can put it in a plastic bag. That way you can freeze the remainder and use it on your next Chipotle bar. The next thing we want to do is prep our steak. We want this to sit in our marinade for a while. So you want to clean and pat dry first and then remove any excess fat off of the steak. Now we want to make our marinade. We're going to start off by using 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to drizzle the olive oil over the steak first. The next thing we're going to do is add our fajita seasoning. Now this is just a thin skirt steak, so we want to go light on the seasoning, just lightly sprinkle with the fajita seasoning. Then we want to lightly add also our garlic and herb seasoning and make sure that we add seasoning to both sides because we eat both sides. Want to mix 4 to 6 cloves of garlic and add it to our steak. You can also buy the jar minced garlic. It works just as well. Next I'm going to add my green onions. Then you want to add the zest of 1 lime. You also want to add the juice of a half a lime. Now you just want to lightly dab on your blended chipotle peppers, and you'll learn as you start to cook this dish over and over again, and I guarantee you will cook it again, the spice level that you want to have on your protein. make sure that you can marinate this in the refrigerator either overnight or for at least 4 hours or 1 hour, depending on when your party's going to start or if you're just throwing this party together quickly. But you want to make sure that you bring out your meat like an hour before you're going to cook it so it can come up to room temperature. And now we're going to marinate our chicken, and we're just going to repeat the same steps we did for the steak marinade. Get it started on our pico de gallo. The first thing we're going to do is chop a half a red onion and a half a white onion. Put that in the blender, chop it up. The next thing we're going to do is chop our jalapeno. And you want to make sure that if you don't like it too spicy, you want to take the seeds out. But if you don't mind the spiciness, just chop it up and leave the seeds in. I'm going to take them out. Now I'm going to chop up some cilantro and put it in the blender to give it a finer texture to add to our pico. Now I'm about to chop up the Roman tomatoes. Now when I pickle my tomatoes for my pico de gallo, I like to get them kind of hard. That way you don't have so much juice in there. And then I also take the seeds out of the tomatoes so it'll loosen the amount of juice that you have. And your pico de gallo won't be so wet. I already had some cucumbers chopped up, so I just added that for freshness. It'll give a light freshness to your pico de gallo. Now I'm just going to add the zest of 1 lime. And I'm going to add the juice of a half a lime as well. Add you some cracked black pepper. Add you some sea salt to taste. Then we're going to add some cumin. Now that we have all our ingredients, we're just going to stir it together and place it in the fridge to chill until we're ready to serve. Now it's time to get started on our protein. So what I'm going to do is put my grill on medium and then set it for 8 minutes because we're cooking it medium well. If you want to cook it just medium, just add 6 minutes to your Ninja grill or your air fryer. So you want to ensure that you turn it over halfway through. So if you did 8 minutes, 4 minutes on each side, 6 minutes, 3 minutes on each side, depending on how you like your steak. for my chicken, I normally do 7 minutes, and then I turn it halfway through, so 3.5 minutes on each side. These chicken breasts will come out juicy and tender. Again, you want to remember to turn it over halfway through, like 3.5 minutes. So I want to make sure you understand that I was using chicken tenders and not chicken breasts. So what you want to do is check your chicken to ensure that between 160 and 165, depending on what type of chicken breast or chicken thigh or leg that you use. Now, a little added bonus I want to share that I got from my daughter, a tip that I got from her, is to add a little Kerrygold garlic and herb butter to your chicken and your steak. It just brings it up to a whole nother level. Now we're going to get started with our cilantro lime rice. The first thing you want to do is add a tablespoon of olive oil to the bottom of your pot. Then you want to add 2 cups of your basmati rinsed rice. And then you want to just toast your rice a little bit. Once you have it toasted a little bit, you want to add 1 bottle of water. And that 1 bottle of water should just cover your rice. Do is cook this rice until all the water cooks out. Then you want to turn off your stove and let it finish cooking. You want to fluff the rice in between, and then we'll start to add our seasonings. Add a half a stick of butter. I use a plant-based butter here because I feel like it gives it a lighter taste and not so heavy. So then I add 1 tablespoon of chicken or vegetable bouillon. You won't need to add salt because this is already salty, but gives it an extra boost in the flavor. Now we're going to add in our green onions. Add in our cilantro. Then we're going to add in the zest of 1 lime. And the juice of 1 lime. Good with the taste, place it in your serving bowl. You can add a little cilantro for a little decoration. Then we're going to plate up the chicken. Then we're going to plate up our steak. We're going to place our pico de gallo in a little cute bowl. We toasted up our low-carb shells with a little garlic herb butter. These only have 3 net carbs to them, so great for low-calorie dinners. Now we're going to prep our avocados. What I do is just slice them in thin slices, put a little pressure on them and butterfly them. Add a little olive oil, some lime juice, and some red pepper flakes, and a little bit of sea salt. Now I'm going to show you how to put together the drink for your guests. The first thing we're going to do is add a little orange, lemon, and lime to our drink. Pour in halfway our light lemonade. Then we're going to add halfway through again our mineral water. If you feel so inclined, you can add your little vodka to this as well to make you a nice little cocktail. There we are. We are ready for the party and our little intimate gathering. We have our citrus drink, our pico de gallo, our cilantro lime rice, our chicken and our steak, our avocado that was just made simple. Guys, please enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep it simple and sexy in the kitchen. Bye, guys.